So, hello. What's happening, everyone? Filming this on another, what looks to be sunny and warm day in Florida. How's it going? What's going on, everyone? So, I want to talk a little bit about why I chose Spain, why I chose Europe in particular. And I've had some repeated questions on a few things about the visa stuff and the cat stuff. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So we're just going to do a short little update and answer some of those questions that I got in the comments. So why did I choose Spain? I think I might have touched on this in my last video. And there's different visa requirements for all these different countries. And there's certain countries that you can go to and live for a year without a visa. I think one of them is Georgia. And there's non-lucrative or retirement visas. A lot of these countries have the digital nomad visas. There's visas by investment if you buy property or put so much money in a bank. So it's different. And this is all over the world in different countries. And I, of course, was thinking about Mexico because that would have been easier. It's closer to the States. Could drive across the border with the cats and that sort of thing. But their requirements, their monetary requirements have gone up quite a bit. And unfortunately, I've never visited Mexico before because there is a new residency thing you can get, apparently, that if you visited in between, this year and this year, and you meet these other simple requirements, you can actually move down there pretty easily. Excuse me, I don't have that. So their requirements for the retirement visa are pretty high. And I, of course, am not at retirement age yet where I can draw on Social Security or any of that stuff. So I had to look at some different options. And of course, Europe was always on my radar. Portugal and Italy and Spain. I did look at France. France would be great if they treated their citizens a little bit better. They're a little bit, I think they're a little bit on the control freak side of things over there, and I don't agree with that stuff. And if you have questions on that, just go look it up. You can find more information on that. But Portugal has some really good options, but some of their requirements are a little bit high on the non-lucrative, and that's what I'm going to do. And Spain's is actually pretty manageable, especially for a single person. And non-lucrative means not working. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And at least for a year, a gap year, because why not? We can do anything we want, right? And with the cats, of course, I did a lot of research, and most of the countries over there don't quarantine your cats or dogs if they travel with you. And the requirements for vaccines is just rabies, which is pretty standard. You get into more of the hotter areas and some of the Asian countries, they will quarantine your pets. And South America, I don't believe they do any of that stuff either, but they do want more treatments, I guess, done for the pets just because it's warmer climate. There's more things, and that makes sense. I would never go anywhere where there was a quarantine for my cats because they're coming with me. I'm not putting them someplace for 7, 14, 21 days or whatever and in quarantine, and they're not with me. I'm just not going to do that, and they are coming with me. So that answers that question, and I've done a lot of research on this stuff, and Spain has just always been on one of my, lists of things to do, and I've unfortunately never been to Europe before, and of course that's going to change, and I hope to do a lot of traveling when I'm there and taking, short day trips, and then once I meet some people and maybe get a pet sitter to come in, I can take some overnight trips. But I want to go to Portugal. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to France. I want to go to all sorts of areas over there. And of course, you can do that very easily. It's not like living here. To get there, there's an 8.5, 9 hour nonstop flight. But once you're there, traveling around is pretty easy, and it's very affordable. And there's trains, there's buses, there's short flights, and it's super easy. And this comes from me doing lots of research and watching other YouTubers that document their travels, whether they're slow travelers, they're retired, they're taking a gap year. There's all sorts of people that are doing all these fun, fabulous things. And there's a really good YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description box below. And this lady is from the United States. She is from Georgia. And she picked up and moved to France at 70 by herself because it was something that she wanted to do. She felt very passionate about that. And she just realized that you got to do what you got to do with what you have left in life. And she went for it, and she's thriving over there. She's such a lovely lady. She does really nice videos, and she's got a free ebook that she's put out there for people that are looking for more information on that. There's another channel that I follow called It'll Be Fun, and they moved from the United States, from the Midwest, and they live in Portugal. They live on the island of Madeira, and they have a great channel. They've also got a great membership thing that you can now buy. They put together this whole course, and it's all of the things that involve moving overseas and all of that stuff. So that's really cool. The company that I'm working with, bureaucracy.es, they're from Spain. So that's what they utilize, is anything Spain. It's not, Italy or Portugal or different countries. Maybe they'll branch out to that someday. I don't know. That's nothing that I know about, but they do the Spain thing, and Spain is just beautiful. There's a lot of different regions, and the people and the culture and the history. And I picked northern Spain, which is in the region of Galicia, just because the weather is a little bit more moderate up there. And it gets a little bit more moody in the wintertime. And I'm a Midwestern girl. I'm used to that stuff, rain and colder weather. And I do like that. I don't like the year round. It's always tropical and hot. That's just not me. I like a little bit more variety. And it's just a beautiful city. And I can't wait to get there. I'm so excited about all of this and just working on all of the paperwork and going through all of that. I did apply for my TSA pre-check, so hopefully that'll go through. I don't see why not. I've already had my fingerprints taken once, and cleared the FBI. So I've got that, and then I've got my medical appointment this week, and that's just to get that certificate signed off on. So hopefully they won't give me any flack about that. I don't see why not. And it's a formality to make sure that you're not suffering from mental illness or any of those really rare things like yellow fever, those types of things. And there's no way they can do all the tests to check for all of that stuff. Obviously, I don't even know if they would, but it's basically, you go in, you get a checkup, and they sign off on that. So hopefully that will be okay. I won't have any issues with that, meaning that they won't give me any flack about signing off on it. And if they do, I'll have to just go to a different doctor. So, but everything is kind of moving right along with that. And the bureaucracy.es website is really cool because once you sign up and you get access to the dashboard, you just upload your documents and they tell you exactly how to do it. You have somebody that works with you one-on-one. And so Marina is, she's the one that I talked to first. And then I've been working with Juliana. And they're just fabulous, lovely, lovely people. And it just makes the process so much more seamless. Now, if you want to go do it by yourself, that's perfectly fine. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have any slip-ups. I wanted to make sure that everything is done appropriately. And it's, of course, there's going to be differences based on the consulate that you go to. So the LA consulate for Spain might be different than the one in Miami. And if you live in Missouri, like where I lived, your consulate would have been way up in Chicago, not very close by. So, you have to think about the logistics of that stuff. And there's, of course, consulates for Italy and Portugal and all sorts of different things. Now, if you want to go to Spain on the digital nomad visa, you don't actually have to go through this whole process. You can actually go there and then apply for it while you're there. You can do it when you're in this country, but if you're already there, you can do that as well. And yes, I did think about that. But hey, I've been working since I was 14 years old, and I want to take some time off, and maybe that'll be it. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. And I just want to go have some fun and some adventures and experiences, and not have to wait to do that crap on the weekends or take time off, or and just I want to get off the computer 8 hours a day, because I'm a very artistic minded person, and I like to do lots of fun things. And trust me, working on a computer doing accounting is not fun. All right, I'm sick of it. I've done it for too many years, and it's time for a new chapter in my life while I'm still able to do this, and that's why I'm doing it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to take my Spanish lessons, and I've got it narrowed down to a couple of different online things. So I'm going to sign up for that this week. I'll let you know what I do with that, how that progress is. And I want to take up watercolor painting again, because I used to do that a lot when I was younger, and I really, really liked it. And I want to write more. And I like to do poetry. Not that that's a moneymaker. It has nothing to do with that. It's just things that I want to do, and get back to those, artistic and creative pursuits, in my life. And yeah, so there's that. Here's a book that I'm reading. I brought it with me, and it's something that I picked up at a thrift store. And it's so funny because I think this was, how much was this book? I'm trying to see what the price tag would have been on it. It doesn't say. But anyways, if any of you have ever watched the Nero Wolfe series, that was with, was it Timothy Hutton? And I forget the other gentleman's name, but there, you can actually find them on YouTube. They're really, really good. And of course, those were based on books. And so the author is Rex Stout. So I have this really cool, super vintage paperback book here, and it's called The Rubber Band. It's a Nero Wolfe mystery, so I'm excited to start reading that. I just finished up an Agatha Christie, and so I'm moving on to that. Oh, if you could smell that. Oh my God, it smells so good. Anyway, that's it. Just a little update about what's going on. Florida, is normal. It's fine. Hot, so not a lot to do outdoors unless you're into that, sort of thing. And me, not so much. And don't say, well, then why did you move to Florida? I moved to Florida for reasons, okay, that has to do with my visa. So that's why I'm here. And it's just going to be temporary, because as soon as that visa goes through and I get approved, then I'm going to be making my plans and getting on that plane with the cats and getting out of here and going to have some fun. So that's what it's all about, right? Anyway, I hope everyone has a fabulous day wherever you are in the world. Let me know what you're doing, if there's any books you're reading, any new hobbies or artistic, creative things you've picked up recently. Any of you looking to move abroad or just move? Get out of your comfort zone, right? If you stay in your comfort zone and you never try or do anything new, then you're stagnant. You're pretty much standing still, and you don't grow as a person at all. And if you think that you are by doing none of those things, right? By no adventure, no any kind of creative, artistic, or trying new things, staying in the same town that you were born in the same house that you were born in the same job that you've had for the last 30, 40 years, any of those things, if you think that's what makes you grow as a person, then that's on you, okay? That's not how I think. I've never thought that way. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If you're cool with that, that's fine. But for me, I've just got this wild, free, adventurous spirit. And that's probably why I've moved around a lot in this country, because there's so much to see and so much to do. And I just want to go to Europe. And of course, I want to be able to travel to Austria and Germany and look up some of my ancestry and, different parts over there as well. So it's not just to, seek out new adventure. There's some of my past that I would like to reconnect with and just see how far back it goes, because I have been looking into that. I do that on ancestry.com, and it's a lot of fun. And I do have relatives that live in Germany to this day. And there's probably other people I'm related to that live there. I have a pretty large extended family. So anyway, it's just a lot of adventure and fun. And this is life. This is what we were given life for, not to just stay still and not feed your soul and feed your spirit. And that's just what I want to do. So anyway, take care. We will talk soon. Don't forget to subscribe.